Hi everyone! So in this video, I will talk you through how to count the Mandarin Chinese step by step, covering almost everything about the numbers. First, we will talk about counting from 1 to 10, then 11 to 19, followed by the 20th, 30th, and 40th. Next, we will summarize how to count from 11 to 1999. After that, we will move to beyond 100, discuss some important points to watch out for, and finally provide some examples for consolidate. So if you are already familiar with some of these sections, you can refer to the key moments below the descriptions and jump to the sections you want. Okay, so please stay tuned. If you like my video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you. The first part is about counting from 1 to 10. Let's start from the number 1. Here you will see the pinyin and the Chinese characters for these numbers. So the first part is about counting from 1 to 10. Let's start with the number 1. Here you will see the pinyin and the characters for the numbers. The Chinese people do use Arabic numeral in daily life a lot, but it's still necessary to master the Chinese characters for the numbers as they are also commonly used too. Alright, so please read after me. E. Once again, E. I will show you the finger at the same time to help you to relate to the numbers. Alright, the next one. The pinyin of this one is a little bit special because it doesn't contain an initial, only a vowel. There are several vowels that can individually form a pinyin unit, which you can refer to the live pinyin chart with audios. I will show you the link in the descriptions, or if necessary, I will walk you through it in a separate videos. You can leave your comments to let me know if there's anything you want me to cover, and I will look into it, okay? So please read after me. 二. Once again, 二. Okay, next one. 三. Once again, 三. So this is 四. Once again, 四. So this one is 五. Once again, 五. So from left to right, let's repeat it once again and try your best to build character image into your head, alright? Please read after me. 一. 一. 二. 二. 三. 三. 四. 四. 五. 五. So 一, 二, 三, 四, 五. Now let's come to the number 6. This is 六. 六. And this is 七. 七. And this one is 八. 八. And this one is 九. 九. And this one is 十. 十. Okay, so let's repeat the pronunciation from 6 to 10 first. 六. 七. 八. 九. 十. So here you can see the number 1s to number 10s from the left to right. Okay, so let's read after me. 一, 二, 三, 四, 五, 六, 七, 八, 九, and 十. And among them, we need to pay attention to the distinction between the 4th and 10, which is 四 and 10. Alright? Okay, so we are moving to the next part. How to count from 11 to 19. Chinese number follow the decimal system. For example, we have the 11 and the 12 here. The yellow numbers sit at the unit place, and the red numbers are in the 10 place, right? So how do we count them? When we have the number ones sit at the 10 places, we will just pronounce it as 10, and then followed by the numbers sit at the unit places, which is 一. So together, the 11 pronounced as 11, and then the 12, which will be 12, right? So can you guys join me to count continually? 13, 14, 15, right? And then 16, 17, 18, and 19. So that's how we count from the 11th to 19th, alright? Okay, so the next part is about how to count 20th, 30th, and 40th, and so on. But before that, we need to note how to say the zeros in Chinese first, which is 0. Once again, 0. So you can see the Chinese characters here. Please know that the rule of the zeros is if the zero sitting in the unit places, we don't need to say it out. We just finish at the 10 places, but if the zero sitting at the 10 places or beyond, we need to say it out. And I will show you more examples later. Firstly, please look at these two numbers. According to the rule we just mentioned, do you know how to say 20th in Chinese? It should be start from the number at the 10 places, which is 2, and then followed by the 10 places, which is 10, and then we can see there is a 0 sitting at the unit places, so we don't need to say it out, right? So we just stopped at the 20, right? So continually it should be 30, and then 40, 50. So that's how to count from the 1 to 99. For example, 34th, we should start at the number sitting at the 10 places, which is 3, and then the 10 places, which is 10, and the numbers at the unit places, which is 4. So together it is 34, and then 56. And there is something that we need to watch out, which is when the number is smaller than 100, and when the number sitting at the 10 places, we should pronounce as 10, but not 10. But when the whole number is bigger than 100, we should pronounce the number 1 sitting at the 10 places as 10. Please keep this in mind first, and then I will show you the example for your better understanding later. But now let's go to the next part, which is how to pronounce the number beyond 100. Okay, as we just mentioned, Chinese number follows the decimal system, so we need to know how to pronounce 100, 1000, and 10,000. Please read after me. 100. Once again, 100, which is 100, alright? And then 1000. Once again, 1000, which is 1000, alright? And then 1,000, which is 10,000, okay? So please look at here. We can see there are 3 numbers. And from the right to the left, it is the unit places. 10 places we pronounce in Chinese, which is 10. And the 100 places we pronounce as 百, and then the 1,000 places we pronounce as 千, right? And then the 10,000 places we pronounce as 1. Okay, so they are all the classifiers for the numbers. Alright, so let's see how to count the three numbers. We should start from the bigger places, right? Say the numbers first, 3, and followed by the classifier 百, and then the next number 6, and then the classifier accordingly 10, and there is a 0 sitting at the unit places, so we don't need to say it out, so we just stopped here. So together once again it is 360. Okay, so how about the next one? We should start at the blue places, right? It should be 2145. Okay, can you follow me? So how about the next ones? We should start from the green places, which is 78019. So there are two places we need to watch out for the third number. The first thing is we have a 0 sitting at the 100 places, so we will say it out. So we say 0, but here we will skip the classifier, which is 百. We skip the 百 and jump into the next number directly. And the second thing we need to watch out is the whole number is bigger than 100. So at this moment we need to say 10 rather than 10, right? So together it should be 78019. Okay? So the next part is about the tone change rules for the characters of number ones. I would say this is something you need to know, but not something you should focus on at current stage. I will tell you what it is about and what you should prioritize now. Okay, so individually, these characters pronounced as the first tones, E, right? But if it is followed by a character which is the first tone, second tones, or the third tones, it will change to 4 tones. So we should say 1000, 1元, 100. Okay? If it followed by a 4-tone character, it will change into the second tones. So we should say 1万. But why I just said that it's not something you need to focus on at the current stage? Because seriously, there are really too many things we need to remember when learning a foreign language, right? So I think it is my job to tell you guys what you should focus on at each learning stage. And China is really a very big country, and even though all of them speak the Mandarin, but the people from different places has an accent in the pronunciation, but we still understand each other without any problems. So I think you can just say all of them in the first tone. For example, 1000, 1元, 100, 1万. The communication will still be great without any problems. So you can keep in mind there is a tone change rule for these characters, but focus on the rules about counting first. Alright? And there is another character that can be represent number 2, which is 2. Once again, 2. So what's the differences between them in the usage? I will cover this part in another video. And once again, if there is anything you want me to talk about, please leave your comments and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. Okay, so let's practice a little bit more. And here you will see a page keeping about the exercises. from the e-textbook. You can find the detailed information and even the sample version download link in the description sections. I really recommend language learners choose a structured course. And our combo products with the e-textbook and the video courses provide a very clear study path, letting you know where you are, what should be reviewed, and where you are heading for. So now I would like to show you how to say the phone numbers in Chinese. Actually, it is the same way we say them in English, which means we just say the number individually, but before that, don't you think the pronunciation of character E is very weak and difficult to identify, right? But it's obviously it is the commonly used number, so when we say the phone numbers, in order to increase the recognition, we will change the pronunciation into Yao. Please remember that we don't change the character, but just change the pronunciation. Once again, Yao. So for the phone number for fire, we should say 119. Okay? So how about the emergency lines, which is 120? Okay? So the police number, which is 110. Okay? So that's how we say the phone numbers in Chinese. So how about the price? How to say how much is this in Chinese? How to ask the price in Chinese? It is 这个多少钱? Okay, once again, 这个多少钱? So how to answer it? We should say 72, and then followed by the color spheres stand for the currencies, right? It should be yuan, or in spoken language we can say 块. So together we can say 72元 or 72块. Okay? For next one, 这个多少钱? 365块. Okay? Or 365元. 这个多少钱? 398块. Very good. How about these ones? 这个多少钱? 438元. Alright. How about this one? 这个多少钱? 2920元. Okay? So here is the quiz for you guys. They are not the phone numbers, okay? So how do you count them in Chinese? I would like you guys to write down the answers in the comments sections. So that's everything for this video. If you have any question, please leave comments and I will check them out. And on top of this, I really encourage you guys to comment on each other's posts so that we can learn from each other, okay? So please keep it up and see you in the next video. Bye! If you like my video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you and see you!